Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Welcome to all of you in CompTIA A Plus lecture number 10. And I'm your instructor, Ahmed Malik. In our previous lecture, we discussed about RAID and many different volumes of RAID, strip volume, span volume, and RAID 5 and RAID 10, and so on. In our today's lecture, we will discuss about legacy and other hardware ports available on our computer system and types of cables and connections used in computer system, and also we will discuss in detail about networking cables. So let's take a start. Legacy ports. First of all, remember that what is legacy? Actually, if any standard or port that being used in our computer system in old times and now has this technology replaced with a new one, their type of port or system or technology is known as legacy ports. Mean any technology which was very famous in past times, but still there, although has been replaced with any new technology, but still it's supported in our system, that is known as legacy. Serial port. These ports are used for connecting various peripheral devices such as printer, scanner, or modems, and also used for console connections to the network devices. This type of ports is not available in our laptops, but still available in our desktop computers. Parallel ports. These ports are used for connecting various peripheral devices, but mostly used for a printer. Gaming port, also used for connecting a joystick input. PS2. These are very old type of ports used for connecting a keyboard and mouse with our computer system. Purple is used for keyboard and green is used for mouse. But keep in mind, these ports are not being used in our system because the new keyboard and mouse are coming with a USB port and connected on our USB ports. Audio ports. These analog ports were used for connecting stereo system, microphone, and speakers or headset with our computer system. These ports are also available in our desktop computers, but not commonly available in our laptop computers. Video and graphic ports, VGA. VGA is an old type of analog port, but still available in some computer systems. DVI. DVI provides support for transmitting uncompressed digital videos. There are three main types of DVI ports that include DVI-A analog, DVI-D digital, and DVI-I integrated. HDMI. HDMI is an improved form of DVI which carries the same video information as DVI but is also capable of providing digital audio and control signals. DisplayPort. These ports are designed to replace both DVI and VGA for computer monitors while including high bandwidth video and audio signals. USB cables and connectors. The most common type of port which is being used in our computer system at present, that is USB or also known as universal port. These ports are used for connecting many different type of devices and has capability to learn which device has been connected on these ports. Over the years, USB has evolved with various standards according to their speed. USB 1.0, USB 2.0, USB 3.0, and nowadays latest one USB 3.2. These USB ports also divided according to their type of connector being used. USB type A. This typical rectangular connector found on almost all desktop and laptop computers, TVs, game consoles, and media players, and very common. The second one is your mini USB, a rectangular connector with a small indentation on each side that is being replaced with the micro USB connector, not common nowadays. But another most common type of USB connector is micro USB, a common connector on smartphones, tablets, and other devices. This connector has two corners pushed in at an angle. There are also some other advanced type of USB connectors available. USB type B. This connector has a square shape with beveled exterior corners and an extra notch at the top, most commonly used to connect printers or external hard drives. USB Type C. This connector is a rectangular in shape with four rounded corners and is the newest USB interface. This important type of connector is used as multi-purpose cable to attach different kinds of peripheral devices to a computer system. Lightning. This connector is a small proprietary 8-pin connector used by Apple mobile devices such as iPhones, iPads, and iPods for both power and data transaction. Serial ATA cables and connectors. Most commonly, these cables and connectors are being used for hard drives. Serial ATA cable. One end of this cable is plugged into a serial port or SATA port on a motherboard, and the other end into the back of an internal storage device. The serial ATA data cable does not provide power supply, so a serial ATA power cable is required in addition to provide power supply to the internal storage device. Serial ATA data cable and power cables are keyed, so they can only be installed in one way. eSATA cable or external serial ATA cable. This cable is used to connect external serial ATA hard drives and is a keyed connector also being used here, means you can connect only in one way. eSATA adapter. An expansion cord is commonly used to provide eSATA ports in a computer system to connect external hard drives using eSATA cable. The most common type of network cable is a twisted pair cable, and which connector is used, that is known as RJ45 connector. This cable has four pairs of two cables each, means it has eight cables, or you can say that it has four pairs which are twisted with each other. So it is called a twisted pair cable. Twisted pair cable is used in wide Ethernet networks and older telephone network connections. Twisted pair cable has two main types, UTP and STP. Unshielded twisted pair cable (UTP) cabling is the most common form of twisted pair cabling and uses color-coded insulated copper wires. Mean the media being used in a twisted pair cable, that is a copper media. Other type of cable is shielded twisted pair cable (STP). This cable also use color-coded insulated copper wires, but also include foil or braiding as well to remain safe against EMI and RFI, which are the two main problems which are dangerous for our data when we are using a twisted pair cable or copper media. There are two main type of connectors, RJ45, a large connector with 8 pins, and RJ11, a small connector with 4 pins. RJ45 connector is used in our networking for 8 pair cable of twisted pair cable, while RJ11 is a smaller connector used as 4 wires UTP cables terminated with an RJ11 connector. Coaxial cable and connector. It's an old type of cable which is not being used in our networks due to slow bandwidth. Coaxial cable has an inner center conductor surrounded by insulating material. The insulating material is surrounded by a foil shield which is used as an outer conductor and also shields against electromagnetic interface EMI. This cable has two main types, RG6 and RG59, also known as thicknet and thinnet. RG6 is a heavy gauge cable with insulation and shielding for high bandwidth, high frequency like internet, cable TV, and satellite TV. RG59 is a thinner cable similar to RG6 but used for low bandwidth and lower frequency applications like analog video and CCTV cameras. The most common type of connector which is being used with coaxial cable, that is BNC, an older connector used with digital or analog audio or video connections. SCSI and IDE cables and connectors. These two type of cables and connectors also fixed for our hard drives most commonly, and also our hard drives are given name according to these connectors. Small Computer System Interface SCSI, also known as SCSI controller, is a standard for connecting peripheral and storage device in a daisy chain format in our computer system. It can be external and internal. External SCSI cable used for connecting older external SCSI drives like scanners and printers. Internal SCSI cable is a common SCSI controller for internal hard drives with 50 pins arranged in two rows and attached to a ribbon cable. IDE is an old type of cable, visually similar to the internal SCSI cable, but commonly with three 40-pin connectors. One connector is used to connect with IDE port on motherboard, while the other two connectors are used for connecting two hard drives in our computer system. That's enough for today. And now finish our this lecture with a beautiful quote. Education is the best friend. An educated person is respected everywhere. Education beats the beauty and the youth. So dear students, thanks for watching this video and stay connected for all the upcoming videos. Thank you very much.